out for it right there. That's all you can do.
Look, you're now tuning in to BS Talk. She came to keep it 100, not the BS show. So listen to Queen Key. She here with some free game. No he say, no she say, but maybe a replay of the news, giving views, and she dropping shoes. Maybe even a couple tools that you can use. Yeah, cause there's a lot we need to talk about. So we gon' kick it like we chillin' at the barbershop. BS Talk. BS Talk. BS Talk. This is BS Talk. Yeah. BS Talk. BS Talk. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Queen Key BS Talk. So today we have a special guest on here. So we're gonna be talking about what happened over the Christmas break. So some of us got to spend time with the children, even though we may not be with the child's mom or the dad. So the situation is you're not in the household, but you still spend time with the child. So I want to go to our guests and just let the people know how your Christmas went with spending time with your child and the baby mom, and how that situation went over your Christmas holiday. You can go ahead. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here, Key.
Yeah. How was your situation over the Christmas holiday with your child and the baby mom?
Over the holidays, I was able to spend it with him and his mother, even though we're not together. We've been separated now a little bit over 2.5 years. I'll say this. We never really had a bad co-parenting, but with all households that are separated or broken, however you want to word it, it is some factors that play in that could really be detrimental to the kids. So basically what I have been doing for the past 2 years, I get off of work, I see them every day. I get them when I'm off, and back to the holidays. It's like the normal for me, really, because it's something that I'm used to. So basically what I do, man, I just come in and, it's really nothing hard about it, but considering that all can't do it or haven't been able to do it, what I do, man, me and her basically just put the kid first. It's easy to, still be healing from whatever separated the relationship. That right there has a factor of its own. But in our situation, what I do is just pretty much just put him first. It's been within the 2.5 years, there has been times where, certain words may come out or reflect from what caused the separation, but being who I am, try to avoid it, and pretty much set the tempo. She pretty much know how to, have my company just as well as I know how to have hers.
So pretty much stay decent for the child. Did you get did you wake up or with the child, or did you like just go over there that morning and spend time with the child? I mean, how does he see the situation? Does he see you like in the household waking up on Christmas, or did you go by there that morning?
Well, we was being that we had different schedules for the holiday. What we worked out was for Friday. I mean, not Friday. Thursday, because it was his birthday also.
Oh.
The day before Christmas Eve. So Thursday, she took him to a fun part while I was at work. So I didn't make no big fuss out of that. I mean, things, you know, when you separate, things change. You know, and sometimes when you're in the same household, things can be a bit different due to different work schedules too. But when houses separate, things change, and that's a factor too that as parents we have to look at, because some changes we may not like. You know, especially if you was there day to day with your child. But in our situation, she planned something and I wasn't able to make it that day. So, you know, I was, in my mind, even though I hated I couldn't make it do the work, I still wanted my son to enjoy himself. So that's the, you know, that's what I put in my mind, just to keep everything at a mutual, you know, respect, rather than, you know, some relationships might have, like the father in my situation might be like, well, why you can't do it when I get off of work, or do it when I'm off? You know, that type of stuff started a lot of conflict too, that bruised up what had already, you know, caused the conflict. So I try to avoid that. But what I did was Friday, he actually opened his gifts early, which I was, I wasn't at his mom's house because it was early that morning. And she said he was trying to wait for me, but he woke up real early because she had to go to work on Christmas. So what we did, I came over here with him, chilled for the whole Friday. And Friday night, he went home with me, of course, because his mom had to be to work at 5 a.m. that morning. So I was able to wake up with my child, you know, on Christmas too. So that's how we work. And like I said, it may not work how you want to work, but I mean, that's just accepting learning that when separation comes, there are changes come. So you just got to be able to weather that.
Yeah, and that's always a good thing for the child to see you guys working together. That's always good for him or her. So are you in a relationship with someone? How they feel about it if you are?
Yes, I am. She's not local at the time, but we do see each other often. But as far as that goes, that's just something I was doing before we even, you know, from day one when we met, started communicating. As a father, you have to set that tempo. I know it could be like you know, loophole. Like, nah, he could be, you know, still in love with the baby mama. But me and her haven't hugged or put. I mean, we have gave each other hugs probably twice out of the year, and that's just in general. You know, just saying, hey, love you, you know, to the whole household or whatever. Because I don't hate her. And at the end of the day, you have to as far as setting the tempo as a parent, whether it's the mother or the father. I mean, you have to pretty much set a tempo on not disrespecting your spouse, but at the same time, I am an active father, and that's what I was doing before I got into a relationship. And the reason I do that is because when I do get off, the time frame is late. So let's just say I get off at 5 o'clock. I get here with him. It's about 6 o'clock, 6:30. So I don't have that much time because he has to get up and go to work. Well, I have to get up and go to work. He has to get up and go to school. So I tried to, you know, at first I come by the house, take him to my house, you know, spending time with him. But as soon as I get there, you know, and handle the off necessities that we all do when we get home, I mean, it's time to bring them back. So I came up with just, you know, stay here, you know, a couple hours with them, and then, you know, be on my way. But as far as who I become involved with on the outside of this, I mean, that's just something that I just feel like it shouldn't be a problem, depending on how you conduct yourself when you go, you know, and how you handle the situation. And sometimes it could be a problem. That's just something that you have to sit down and come to some type of resolution with whoever you with. I mean, it may be some women that don't approve of it at all, and it may be some that's willing to, you know, wait it out just to, you know, just to see. And I mean, that all comes with the communication that you have with your partner. Also, you know, the level of trust. And I mean, it varies, but at the same time, this is what I do. I don't have no problem with it. She actually commends me because she has kids, and it's hard to even get her kid's father to come over if it's not about him spending time with her versus him spending time with his kids. And that's just what I refuse to do. Like, my kids, they don't come first, but they are first, you know, because if you have a woman or a man, you have to put them on the platform too. But at the same time, everybody has to set boundaries, and everybody got to be able to understand and respect each other. And that's how I make it work. That's just me in general.
Do you think it's a little different because she's out of town, or do you think it would be the same if it was somebody local?
Well, from the outside looking in, I would say yeah, but me knowing the person, no. And like I said, she has her reasons, and like I said, it all comes with the build up and the hurdles and the era, the trial and error people go through, what molds them to being who they are in different situations and how they react to different situations. Now, honestly, I just don't feel like if she was local or away that we would have a problem, because it's times when she is in town and when I get off of work, I still come by and see my son. And when I get back, it's all good, you know, food ready. It's all good. Like, I haven't.
So your son, mom, she knows that you're in a relationship?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So has she met the young?
Yeah, they spoke.
They
Yes,
spoke?
they have spoke.
Okay, so she's actually been over there.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they know each other. Correct.
So she okay with the girl coming? Like, if she was here for Christmas, she would be okay for her, you know, to come over and spend time. Y'all can go over there together and spend time with your son on Christmas. That'd be okay?
Now, I wouldn't go that far, but I haven't made a that move yet. But at the same token, I mean, it's not something that I wouldn't see being offered in the near future. I just feel like, you know, like, in situations, every situation don't come and just develop to be a good situation. Like this situation. You know, but at the same token, what you have to, like I said earlier, it depends on what causes separation. Sometimes you have to respect the time frame of healing. It just all depends. There's a few factors that weigh in there. And like I said, you may have some people that never agree to it and really don't have any reason to not to agree to it, but it's just who they are.
Yeah.
In this situation, I just respected the fact, like, we, you know, because our son is young, and just respecting his peace and his space without right away, you know, he has to learn about stepmom or stepfather. Not saying that won't come about because that's life, but at the same time, it's just me as an individual. I chose to respect the space at the moment.
Oh, so he hasn't met her yet?
Yeah, he met one time.
Oh,
One time.
so you, oh, okay, so you have introduced.
Right.
Yeah, because I think I find a lot of times what actually goes on, if you don't go ahead and be real with what you're going to do, it's send mixed messages to the baby mom. I don't think they have a clear understanding. A lot of times they feel like they still have a chance. If you don't just go ahead and do what you got to do and just be like, yeah, I'm in a relationship, unless you don't feel like the other girl is like wifey material, you're not ready to go that deep with them. But you're saying that you already done introduced her to both of them. So I think what happens a lot of time is that the baby mom don't understand. Like, she don't understand why you can't come by as often as you were, or stay as much, because now you're saying you're gonna bring this other woman in. Um, so how do you feel? Like, what's a good time limit to say, hey, she's coming over with me? Because at some point she's gonna be like, I want to go, and the baby mama is gonna have to understand, like, she want to be there too.
Right. Well, that is the direction we would like things to go. I'm gonna speak for myself. Um, as far as the topic and the situation. However, like I said, you may have the baby mom might not. She might be cool with you having somebody because that's something she can't stop. Vice versa. But at the same token, she may not feel as warming and receptive as you may have want her to be me. I may have want or need her to be because my new partner wants to be involved. So I would still have to respect her mind and just let the other one know. Yeah, me myself, I hope I don't have to, experience that myself. But yet, still, you still have to respect the person and who they are. They don't have to be nobody that causes friction all the time. But if she says, I just don't feel comfortable, she might still have feelings for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, feelings that's just tough deep, where what we went through, may not be allowing her to just open up and say it, but they're still there, vice versa. So I have to say, I would have to try it, to really be able to speak on it and give further, details on how that would go, because I've never had to sit inside with both of them. I've never had that moment right now.
Oh yeah, well, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up, and you gotta be ready. So I think what happens is, with a lot of men, because the other woman is not ready for the woman to be around the child. So she used that, like, well, she can be around you, but she ain't being around the baby. I think if you're comfortable with it and you've been with that woman for a while, that this the woman that you want to be with, I think it's a amount of time that you should be able to go ahead and introduce her and bring her. If the child ain't going home with you and you're going over there all the time, then at some point, especially if this person was local, I think it would be, because you're saying you go over there like every day from like when you get off of work, you go pretty much and go see your son every day, right?
Right, every day.
So if you're going to see your son on an everyday basis, at some point, your woman gonna want to be involved with your child. This is going to be her child. Basically, it's going to be her child also. So she's going to want to be involved. So at some point, you're going to have to make that happen. And of course, somebody ain't going to be happy. But
right.
I mean, it's going to have to be done at some point, or it's going to, a lot of times it just sends mixed signals to, especially the baby mamas, because they're very emotional to the point where they always thinking at some point, we might get back together, and especially when it's,
Mm-hmm.
because of the child. They want the child to be in a household with the mama and the daddy, but things just didn't work out. So I think the key thing is that you don't want to send mixed signals, you know. Um, so you know, it's like, when does it happen to the point where you let your baby mama know, I got this woman and I'm bringing her in, because too much time, then she started feeling like y'all are a couple, especially going around every day. Like if you're going over there every day, it's like a mixed signal, you know.
See, my sister, and not to cut you off, Keith, but my situation is different at the time too. Like I said, there's nobody here, so there's no. I get your part too, but there's nobody here that I have to report to. So that's why it became something daily. Now, once the person is here, then that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother class we got to sit in. Now, do I feel like my new partner will have a problem with it? No. But I can't sit here and say for sure that my son's mother and we haven't given each other no type of mixed signals in the 2.5 years we've been separated. Like it's been, it's nothing, as far as, not knowing at this point that we just didn't work. Now, what the future holds, I don't know, but like for the past 2.5 years, I felt no mixed signals, and I want to say that she hasn't, because it's strictly about our son. And it just all depends on both of the individuals, and like I said at the beginning, regardless of who the individuals are, male and female, and the reason for separation, you still have to come to some type of balance for the child. And it's easier said than done, of course, statistically, but this is, what I work on. And we all have experiences on what brings us to be able to work on things better too, because I do have other kids, too,
Yeah. I think with
my first relationship, so
yeah. And then you said something that's very important to a relationship. What you start and what you create is what the other person expects. So it's like, if you're doing something right now, like, going every day and spending time and going on Christmas, it's almost like you got to keep that up, because you're creating that. Like, you can't take that away. And I think that's the emotional part that a lot of baby moms go through. If you were doing something and now this girl coming along, so now she's thinking that it's the other woman. It's like, in a relationship, you can't create certain things and then because something else come along, then you take it away. So that foundation has to be pretty much set. Like, I think it's a good thing that you go over there every day. So it really can't be taken away just because, the woman actually is here now, or just because she comes, because now the son gonna be looking at you different, the mom gonna be looking at you different, and they definitely gonna be looking at that woman like she's the cause of it. And basically she is, right?
Say again, Keith?
No, I was saying basically the woman would be the cause of that foundation being broken if you was going over there every day and now she's here and now you're not doing it because the woman is now actually here and now you can't put in as much time. Wouldn't she be the cause of that foundation being broken?
If the parents allowed that to happen, some things may change up, but before I not see them, I would have to. I would also have to respect the time and consideration and her thoughts also, because she's a part of that union now. So my what I want to say I would like to, if it didn't happen for me like you do every day on a regular basis at this point, then I may have to just suffer the taking them to my place, you know, and then turn it right back around, you know, and we have to sacrifice. And me personally, like for any one of my kids, that's just something that I do. Now, what won't be, you know, peace for the situation is if, you know, one start bickering. And then now, like I say, we take attention off of the child's well-being and their mental, you know, as far as having both parents interacting with them, you know, whether one is around or not, you know, just making sure that they're safe, regardless of who they're around. So as far as that taken away, then that's something that'll bring unhappiness. So, you know, we hope that don't happen. But like I said, it just depends on the individual. And in my opinion, even a sound mind individual could feel some type of weight and just cause havoc in a situation like that. Because it is a sensitive situation. And more people don't get it together than those who do. But it is some people that are out here doing a wonderful job co-parenting, regardless of the distance or what broke them up or who they're with now. But as a whole, you know, I can't say that. It's just a lot of failure. So what I do, I just try to do it day for day. I don't have no, you know, I don't look down at no book every day. I don't have no mentor about it. I just mentor myself and let life, you know, teach me as I go. And you know, you make a few mistakes, but once you alert to a situation, then you shouldn't have to keep bumping your head over and over again. You might make a few mistakes, but, you know, you try to get it together, you know, and as far as the child goes, that's what you want to try to do. The main focus with the two parents is trying to get it together where it'll work for everybody. There might be some kinks and some things to work around, you know, just like a rough draft. You got to lay it out like that. But as long as you continue to work towards it, that's what I feel like is more significant than how me, you know, how me or his mother feel. It's about him. And a lot of people say it's about the kids. It's about the kids. And then you get a lot of stuff like the leverage, the spitefulness.
Yeah.
So it's really not about the kids. You know, because it's like this too. You know, I know every parent's supposed to take care of their child. And you have men and women out here that struggle on jobs, you know, not to, just to go off the topic just a little bit. But at the same token, they'll keep the kid away because of financial situation. So what if that woman or that man was just going through that much of a turmoil in which they couldn't meet what you needed or felt you wanted from it? Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you take the kid away. And then you'll call them a deadbeat because, or her a deadbeat because they can't be consistent. In reality, they're not the deadbeat. The person who is putting that bad energy out there becomes a deadbeat. When you really think about the kids, you know, when it's really about the kids. And that's just my opinion on it, you know?
So I want to know how y'all feel about the situation. Like, what do you guys, you can comment, how do y'all feel about the dad going over every day? Is it sending mixed signals, or is that a great thing? Like, I commend you. I think that's a great thing. I just think a lot of times, you know, it definitely is a lot of times a mixed signal, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a mixed signal, because a lot of times what ends up happening is the woman to be okay, you know, at first with you coming over and spending time, but then once the woman is actually involved, like they love your child, the child loves them, then I think if it sends mixed signals to the woman, like now she's feeling a certain kind of way, like this other woman is trying to take her place. I think we gotta know that it is a good thing as a village that we all should be able to be involved and raise these children together, especially if it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, a wife, or a husband. If those people are involved, if it's two of each, then that's more for the child. I think it's a good thing. The thing is, I think it's really never a good timing on when to do it, you know. But mixed signals are you know, still sleeping with the baby mama, or making her think basically that you're, you know, coming back. So I feel like you know, sometimes you just have to go ahead and set it in stone how it's going to be. So I just want to see how the audience thinks, what they think about the situation. You can always comment, and um, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and close out. And I appreciate you, and you have a good one. And remember, stand for something or you will fall for anything. Thank y'all. BS Talk.